When you're having such a good run in your FM save and you're doing a YouTube series on it, it's always very difficult to figure out when to come back for your next episode. Most of the games end up not being super interesting in the league because most of them are against teams that are going to be well behind you in the table. Every once in a while you do get a little bit of a surprise, but for the most part, you pretty much know where things are going to go. That's why, thank God, England has cup competitions. And welcome back to episode number 60 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane. I hope you are having a fantastic Monday so far, assuming you are watching this on a Monday, of course. We remain at the top of the table. Norwich, though, creeping up. We are on an amazing run. 20 straight unbeaten, including 18 of those in the league. And somehow Norwich is able to creep up and actually make a little bit of headway. We're closer than we anticipated being at this point. 13 points ahead of a spot that would not get us automatic promotion. We are pretty much assured for that right now with 12 matches remaining in the league. We do have a home match coming up against Coventry City. We're going to be taking them on. I mean, they're in 20th place. We've pretty much run through most of the league. We'll talk about our potential little hiccups going on. And we are in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Now, Reading and Everton actually had to go to a replay. We thought we were going to be playing Reading. It is going to be Everton. So we do get to exact our revenge on the match that kind of sort of cost us our spot in the Premier League last year. I mean, it wasn't the only one, but the 4-1 loss at Bramley Moor, that didn't help. This rematch is going to be at Craven Cottage. It has been over 3 months in game since the last time, in fact, 3.5 months since the last time that Fulham has tasted defeat. It was that 2-1 loss to Blackburn we have talked about before. We have gone on a massive run, beat Millwall in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Probably should have led with that. 5-1. Tons of clean sheets we have kept. Couple of potential, Middlesbrough was basically at the bottom of the table when we drew 2-2 against them. We were up 2-0. They were able to claw back. We did hold on to obviously salvage the point. This 2-2 match against Reading, however, it got to be a little bit more interesting because Reading took the 2-0 lead. In fact, they scored twice within 2 minutes early on in the second half before Andre Lucas Gudjansson threw the team on his back, scored a goal in the 67th minute, got a chance to take a penalty in the 74th, and he did not disappoint. We had a ton of chances after that as well as we started to really pour things on, but Reading able to play the defense they needed to salvage a point out of that one. But those are the only 2 hiccups we have had. So our last 20 matches in the league, we have won 18 of them, I believe. That's not too bad. Not a ton of super exciting transfer activity as the January window slammed shut just a little over 3 weeks ago. Most of our outgoings were loans. One exception, Nathan Wood. We sent him out on loan to Southampton, but there is a mandatory £11 million fee attached to him. We are going to be losing money on this deal, but frankly, Nathan Wood just was not getting on the pitch for us. 3 total appearances, no goal contributions, a yellow card, and a 6.8 rating. Well, I guess the 6.8 isn't terrible, but we just decided, even though we picked him up over the summer, we decided there were other moves that we made that suited us better. The rest of the outgoings were youngsters: Isaiah Fitzpatrick, Lewis Hinton, Vaughn Love, Odion Anderson, and Ryan Kirby going out on loan to Cork City. Now, Ryan Kirby was not in our side prior to the transfer window. We actually signed him from Cork City for £425,000. A ton of potential. Look at his value now. So, I mean, even if we sold him today, we'd be making a boatload of cash for the 19-year-old striker, although he looks like he could grow into a decent player, but we just loaned him right back to Cork to finish out the season because we weren't planning on using him this year. Striker is not a spot of weakness for Fulham. The rest of the moves we made were also geared toward the future, picking up a lot of youngsters. 19-year-old midfielder Diego Torres out of the United States, coming from the Inter Miami Academy. He's got some pace on him, which was a little bit taller. We're going to work on his defensive prowess, but I love just how he kind of gets into everything. I mean, he may not reach the potential we want, but again, we got him on a free. If we can sell him for a couple of million down the road, that's good business for us. Matteo Di Ruoco, $250,000 from Lazio for the 20-year-old Italian national. Unfortunately, not an international player. Has some upside, not sure really, kind of since he's been here. The amount of potential that our staff sees in him has diminished a bit. If we can make a little bit of a profit down the road, okay. Right now he's going to hang out with our U21s. I am excited about Stefan Georgiou, a 6'3" center back out of Romania. He is already at the age of 19 capped 3 times for the senior national team, 14 at the U21 level. He's even scored 3 U21 goals. You know, we like those big boys in the back that get up on set pieces. Right now, he's a decent League One quality player, but he could improve substantially. And 350 grand from Napoli, again, a very good investment for the future, if nothing else. Ivano Di Giacobi, very similar situation. We paid $1.4 million to Sassuolo. He's already worth a little bit more than that. We're not paying him a whole ton. He is our third goalkeeper. We needed a third goalkeeper at 21 years old. He is capped at the U20 level, so he has played for Italy on a national scale. So hopefully he can do a job for us. Right now, it's Kovacevic and then Meyer. If we need Di Giacobi, then we're probably doing something wrong. He'll hang out with the U21s in the meantime. We've already talked about Ryan Kirby. Stefano Stridi, another 20-year-old Italian. We picked him up for £46,000 from Torino. He's another fit boy. Is he going to grow into the type of player we need? I don't know. Is it going to be worth something later on? Probably. Worth a shot at least. And outside of the transfer window, we do have a couple of future transfers. Dave Charlton, a 19-year-old English kid, striker, okay, doesn't really have much of an upside. We weren't going to be re-signing him for next year, so he is lined up to join Slaven Belupo on a free transfer in July. Also leaving in July will be Alex Iwobi. We sold him for $5 million to Mallorca. He'll be joining them on the 1st of July. He's starting to decline, wasn't really getting the minutes. He wasn't worth a lot either, and we knew we wanted to move him in the window, so we actually executed triggered, I should say, his contract extension, which didn't make him happy. He's like, I don't want to be at a club this poor. Dude, we're about to win the championship and go back to the Premier League. Like, you're going to have a ring, dude. Poor. Whatever. So we decided that we were just going to sell him to whoever wanted him. That was Mallorca. Unfortunately, by the time we got the deal over the finish line, the transfer window had already closed. So again, he's going to be with us through the middle of the summer. That brings us to the football. Now, because Coventry is currently sitting in 20th place and we have a massive 5th round matchup in the FA Cup against Everton, we're doing a little bit of rotation. Not a ton, but a little bit. Want to make sure we keep as many fresh bodies out there as possible. In fact, we're going to make one more move that I wasn't originally planning on, but we're doing it anyway. Kovacevic, of course, is going to be in goal. It's going to be a back four of Billy King making his debut, the 18-year-old, coming up to the big squad for one match. Aurelia Menda and Matty Pollock in the center of the defense. with Roman Egan-Riley slotting in on the right back side. Big reason for that is Danil Denisov picked up a yellow card in the last match. He is unavailable. It's going to be Craig Ross, Antonio Blanco, and Marco Morales in the midfield. Daniel Juarez, who hasn't been getting as much playing time, even though he is playing pretty well. 7 goals, 5 assists on the season. We've just got a ton of guys who can play that attacking midfield position that have been contributing. So we've got to kind of move them in and out. One of them is Tom Burford. He is making his 23rd start. He has scored 16 goals, added 8 assists. He is not even our top goal scorer. Our top goal scorer is Andre Lucas Gudjonsson, who is going to be on the bench because I want to make sure that he is fine and fit for Everton. So Zidkiga Chandler is going to be getting the start at striker. We are going to be keeping our eye on our 2 fullback positions. Billy King in the number 54 making his senior debut. Egan-Riley has never played in that position before. But you know, we're mixing things up. Morales looking to send in the corner. Penman trying to clear, flipped on goal, and Malone is going to make a very easy save. I just love those super exciting highlights. Throwing it long, Amenda knotting it down, Ross with it, dropping it back for King. He's going to hold up play for a while. Amenda with it again, ahead for Craig Ross. Blanco, right wing side, Egan-Riley, already on the yellow, ahead for Burford. Oh, he's going to feed Morales. Morales is in. Morales is going to beat Malone. Goal number 4 on the year. It is 1-0 Fulham. Morales doing an Irish jig, which is kind of weird for the Mexican-born player, but who am I to judge? A celebration is a celebration after all. Beautiful through ball by Burford. Morales, no doubt in my mind. Norwich is also in action. They are currently drawing, so we're back. Well, we've been at the top of the table, but we are back with a 10-point lead over second place. Kovacevic looking to send it long. Juarez nods it to Chandler, playing it ahead. He's got Juarez. Is Juarez onside? Oh, I hope so, because if he is, that is goal number 8 on the year. The flag has... Wait, what? The whistle already... The flag was down. The flag was down. Who's making these calls? I thought there was VAR in the championship, but I have not seen a VAR review, I don't think. I have to remember, we've only played, 35 matches? I think I would notice these kind of things. About 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Not a ton of activity. 3 shots on goal to 2 in favor of Fulham. We have hit the target all 3 times. One of those found the back of the net. That was off of the foot of Marco Morales in the 8th minute, and that is the difference after 45. It's Fulham 1, Coventry 0. Hoping that Chandler can get a few more opportunities at striker before this match is over. Played ahead, Burford, headed forward by Ross. Amenda pounding it into the ground, into the back of the net. Aureli Amenda with his 2nd goal of the year. I think every outfield player that has played more than, say, 2-3 matches, so Egan-Riley, King, I'm talking about you, has scored multiple goals on the season now for this Fulham team. We have spread the wealth around. Yes, we have a goal scorer with 28 goals. We have another with 16, another with 14. But everybody has contributed to this cause, and that is why we are at the top of the table, again, only by 8 points, because apparently Norwich is winning again as well. Norwich has won a lot of matches too. It's kind of unfair that we haven't really been able to pull away in a way that I think would be satisfying. I mean, I know that our next episode tomorrow is going to be the conclusion, not the conclusion of the season, but the conclusion of the interesting part of the season. So we are going to come back and make sure that what is on the video is going to be the championship of the championship being decided, whether it's by us or by somebody else. But the way things are going, probably by us. Haven't done the math yet to figure out when that is a foregone conclusion or not, based on, winning. Owen Burrows with his 4th goal brings Coventry back within 1. I think Kovacevic probably could have put in a slightly better effort on that one. Jacopo Pizzini is going to come in. Juarez is a bit knackered. Chandler's not doing everything we need him to, so Gudjonsson will get a little bit of playing time here. Egan Riley, you know what? You've done a job for us. Harvey Vale is going to replace you. Billy King, you know what? Glenn Allen will come in for you. Both of those guys did what we needed them to do, and that is eat up minutes, make sure our starters did not have to start. And was that a turnover on a throw-in? Yeah, I think we got Egan Riley off at just the right time, making 4 changes with just about 20 minutes remaining in the match. Coventry has actually taken the lead in shots on goal that we just brought back even at 7. As long as we are able to maintain this lead, it's going to be good. And that's why Matty Pollock is in there. His 5th goal of the year. When he heads it in off of these corners, he does so with authority. And pretty much all of Vale, not all of Vale's assists, but a ton of assists for Vale this year for Harvey have come from corner kicks. Final minutes of the 90 coming our way. They are adding on 7. So let's see if we can add a 4th here and put this game beyond a shadow of a doubt. Free kick just inside the Coventry half. Gudjonsson will leave it for Blanco. Burford is in. He splits the defense and he misses. That's why Guerrero didn't start. Guerrero has had an excellent year. He's got 14 goals. It's just like he took like the first 2-3 shots of the last match we played. He was just nowhere near the target, so we gave him the day off. It's fine. He's still part of our future. He's supposed to be a star player in the Premier League. So the fact that he is with us, that he joined us when we were getting relegated. I mean, we signed him before the relegation. We confirmed it before the relegation. But the fact that he stuck with us and never said, hey, I'm not playing for a team at this level. I'm too good for this. He never did that. He is going to be a stud for us for a very long time. So we did it in the league. Before we get into the cup, a quick peek in on what's going on with Qasim Pasha, something I forgot to pass along in the last episode. They're now on their 2nd manager since we left. They were predicted to come in 5th place in the Sport Toto Super League. They are currently in 13th. Oy. What they aren't doing in the league, though, they are managing to do in the Europa League. They did get knocked out before the league stage of the Champions League. Europa League it was. They managed to get out, even though the last time I looked in on them, they were like in 22nd, like 4 matches in. But they managed not only to make it out, but they won their first round of the knockouts. They were up against Young Boys, so I guess if there was any competition in the Europa League that they could have potentially gotten past, it would be Young Boys. Taking on Torino, though, in the round of 16. Starts about a week and a half. All right, so it is Cup o'clock. It is Fulham versus Everton at Craven Cottage. Everton currently sitting 12th in the Premier League. All the pundits actually have picked us to win this match. The board and the supporters all agree, and this is the team we are going to field for this 5th round tie of the FA Cup. It's going to be Kovacevic in goal, Vale, Williams, Pollock, and Denisov as our back 4. A midfield of Akonde, Blanco, and Marco Morales with Guerrero, Burford, and Gudjonsson on the attack. You all know the form that we have been in, looking to stretch our unbeaten streak in all competitions to 21 games. Everton, meanwhile, have lost 4 of their last 5. We're going to start off with a corner. Guerrero sending it in. Williams, just tipping it over. Reece Williams could not find the target, and that is a shame. Blanco may have picked up a knock. He is extremely tired in this match, just 10 minutes in. Guerrero denied by David Raya, cleared away by Nathan Patterson. It's going to go out for a Fulham throw. We've played just 10 minutes, and I think Blanco is going to need to come out of this match. Everton have already made a substitution. I think we need to do the same. Blanco is just not going to make it. So we are going to replace him with, you know what? Alex Iwobi is going to come in and take on his former side in the Premier League. Throw in back for Jared Branthwaite as Everton looks to go on the attack. Burford is going to intercept and drop it to his goalkeeper, Kovacevic. Playing it out to Reece Williams, near side to Vale. Now, Everton does like to play on the wings. Hopefully they don't beat us that way. Morales carrying it in. He'll shoot. Raya able to tip it up over the crossbar, and it will be another corner kick opportunity for Federico Guerrero. Delivering the in-swinger near post. Gudjonsson can't get his head on that. Malero will gather for the Toffees and send it clear. Conde is just going to settle that down as Raya looks to send a goal kick forward in the 24th minute. Gudjonsson can't get it past Patterson, trying to pick out Guerrero, unable to do so. Juricek up that left wing, can't pick out Zetner. Denisov getting it back from Burford. Denisov carrying it ahead up along the far sideline, moving deeper into the middle. Gudjonsson heads it on, hits the crossbar down, back up and in. His 24th goal in all competitions, and Fulham has taken the 1-0 lead 24 minutes into this first half, and it was Denisov going wide, throwing it back post. Gudjonsson heading it past David Raya, and in for goal number 24 on the year. And Gudjonsson not even starting every match. He is far and away our top goal scorer. On the set piece, Guerrero drop down. Gudjonsson finds Reece Williams. There's his fourth, but the flag is up, and the goal has been disallowed. Well, hopefully we can get one back right here. Long throw in, Iwobi getting it back from Pollock. Matty Pollock with it again. Finds Denisov in the clear. He'll hold up play, has it knocked away, but Pollock will regain control near the far sideline, switching it into the middle for Reece Williams. Waiting. Williams with it, playing it to Iwobi. Left wing feed for Vale. He's deep. Back post. Gudjonsson. There's his brace. 2-0 Fulham in the 35th minute. Take that knee slide. You have earned it, my friend. Gudjonsson, I think that's his 5th brace of the season. He's been playing some pretty good football, and he's been scoring lots of goals, and he's been doing it in bunches. Fulham out shooting Everton 7-1, looking to gain a stranglehold on this match late in the first 45. Branthwaite playing it for Zetner. Turned over, though, Alex Iwobi. Here we go on the counterattack. Guerrero across for Burford. Finds Guerrero again, and Guerrero with the left foot pots it past Raya for his 15th of the year. Our young attacking core, Burford is 19. Federico Guerrero is, I think he just recently turned 20. Gudjonsson is 27. He's in his prime. But Burford and Guerrero are going to be the cornerstone of this team on the attack in the Premier League for hopefully years to come. Another corner kick. Reece Williams again cannot get that one on target. Trying to make it 4-0. Unfortunately, could not get it to go. 5 minutes because of the injuries have been added on as extra time in this first half, and they are going to go without any further activity. Andre Lucas Gudjonsson with a pair of goals in the 25th and 35th minutes. Federico Guerrero adding a third just 2 minutes later. And at the half, in the 5th round of the FA Cup, it's Fulham 3, Everton 0. If we keep this up, a spot in the round of 16 is almost assured, and 2 Everton mainstays, or at least current players, in Beto and Ben Godfrey, are making their way on the pitch. Very few members of this team are recognizable to Everton fans. Nathan Patterson is one of them. Jordan Pickford on the bench is another. Gudjonsson with it in the midfield, moving it to his right. He's got a man on the right, but he leaves it for a Conde. Iwobi taking the shot from distance, and 19 yards from the goal. Alex Iwobi has his 3rd goal of the season. He's 34. He's starting to decline. hasn't been getting a ton of playing time on this Fulham side, even as we rotate players in and out. We have been testing out a lot of young players, which is kind of left Iwobi on the outside looking in. It's one of the reasons why we sold him to Mallorca, which he will be completing that transfer, as we talked about earlier in this episode, in the summer. But Alex Iwobi coming up huge against his old team in this match. Burford's feeling a little tired. Daniel Juarez is going to come in. We'll give Guerrero a blow as well. Zidkiga Chandler can come in. Marco Morales will make way for Jacopo Fazzini. And those will be the only changes we make now. We'll keep one in reserve for a couple of minutes from now. We don't want to overload the fourth official on the side of the pitch. But now with 15 minutes left to go, Matty Pollock is going to cede way to the youngster in on loan in Damian Price. Fazzini to deliver the corner. Branthwaite heads it clear. Home helps it further away. Price with it. Flipping it ahead. Fazzini along the edge of the box. Dropping it back. He's got a Conde. His left foot shot is blocked. Iwobi can't gain control. Brian Broby comes away with it. Broby waiting for some help. Dropped to Jurisic. Swept away by Juarez. But Everton regaining control. Beto can't get there. Home eventually going to pick up the loose ball along the far side. Carry it deep. Move it to his left. Into the middle. Price clears it. Fazzini looks to start the counterattack. He's got Gudjonsson throwing it to Juarez. It's a little bit behind him. He's going to have to track that down along the sideline. He's not going to get there. It's going to go out for an Everton throw. We have just over 12 minutes remaining in the original 90 of this match. Gudjonsson to Fazzini. Chandler moving it to the right. Denisov deep for Jurisic is going to pick his pocket. Play it ahead. Broby ending up with it. Akonde will take it back. Price now with the ball. Moving it around to the left. Alex Iwobi in the midfield. Has some space in front of him. Toward the left wing side. Into the middle. Gudjonsson is there. And Gudjonsson has his hat trick. 26 goals on the year in all competitions. It's Fulham 5, Everton 0. We are running away with this. And this is a much different Everton side than the one we faced late on in the season at the end of our run-in of death, as I called it a few episodes ago, well, more than a few episodes ago, in our penultimate episode of Bottom to the Top of our first season, our only Premier League season with Fulham. Raya with the ball, 7 minutes to go. He's going to send it long, looking for Beto, and Beto is actually going to get in behind Williams, but he cannot get the shot off because Williams is going to take him out and cede the penalty. We have used up all 5 of our subs, so normally I would get Williams out of there, not just picking up the yellow card, but also giving up the penalty, ruining our clean sheet in the cup, as Noni Madueke is going to put home his 4th of the year from the penalty spot. 5.5 minutes remaining in this match. It is still well in hand. We have scored on 5 of our 6 shots on target this evening. 5 minutes added on at the end. We'll run out as the final whistle blows. Fulham 5, Everton 1 is your final score. Who next? Well, let's find out who next. I may have accidentally misspoke and said that we were going to the round of 16. This is the quarterfinals, folks. Arsenal, Burnley, Chelsea, Fulham, Liverpool, Man City, Southampton, and Sunderland. Hopefully we can get ourselves a nice favorable draw. Burnley has drawn Arsenal. Burnley will be the home team in that match. Chelsea is going to host at Stamford Bridge Liverpool. If we can avoid Man City, we have a great shot of making it into the semifinals of this competition. Man City is drawn for match week 3. Going to the Etihad is going to be Sunderland. That means it's going to be Fulham and Southampton. And I love this draw. We are going to be at home, so the Saints are coming to Craven Cottage for the quarterfinals of the FA Cup The good times continue to roll. I hope you're having fun. Please make sure you hit that like button because I know you enjoyed this video. Also, subscribe, turn on your notifications, do everything that you can to help support the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here every single Monday through Friday. Hope to see you tomorrow. I hope we can get past Southampton and make our way into the semifinals of the FA Cup. Until then, bye-bye.